Arvin Fenneman meets Alex Dunphy first. Long before any of this gets messy, it starts small, almost forgettable. Her professor at Caltech. She has a crush on him and never acts on it, because that would be a mess. Then her sister sneaks into his classroom one day, and somehow Arvin ends up dating Hayley instead. Wait. Years later, after Hayley and Arvin break up, Alex is the one comforting him. And by the finale, Alex Dunphy is engaged to her sister's ex-boyfriend. And the show plays it like the sweetest twist of the whole series. Nobody in the family seems bothered. Nobody asks the obvious question out loud. Not even Claire, who questions everything else her kids do. Not even Phil, who usually can't resist commenting on his daughter's love lives. The one relationship weird enough to actually deserve a family conversation is the one the family stays completely silent about. So here's the real question this video is actually asking. What exactly did Modern Family need us to just accept? So this ending could feel romantic instead of uncomfortable. If you like pulling apart the endings this show wants you to feel good about, without asking why, subscribe now, because that's exactly what this channel does. On the surface, this looks like a cute twist, enemies to lovers, but with a professor, unexpected soulmate, hiding in plain sight the whole time. That's the version the finale wants you to walk away with. Except go back and watch how Arvin actually behaves while he's still dating Hayley. He gets along with Alex, not politely, well enough that people around them start to notice it. Wait, that's not backstory for a happy accident later. That's a man who's a little too interested in his girlfriend's sister, while he's still her boyfriend. Here's the part that makes this harder to wave off as a coincidence. Hallie isn't imagining the tension either. She's visibly bothered by how well Arvin and Alex click, long before anything actually happens between them. The show plays her discomfort as jealousy, maybe insecurity about being the less academic sister. Wait. Except what if she isn't imagining a threat? What if she's just the only person in the room being honest about what everyone else is quietly ignoring? So maybe that's still fine. People fall for their ex's family members sometimes, and it doesn't have to mean anything happened early. That would be a decent place to let this rest. Except the show never actually clears that up. It never gives Hayley a real scene where she processes what it means that her ex is now with her sister. It never gives the audience a moment where Alex says, out loud, "This is complicated, and I know it." Wait. The show wants the romance without ever paying the emotional bill for it. Watch how Hayley and Arvin's relationship actually ends, and the discomfort gets sharper. Hallie cheats on him with her old high school boyfriend. That's framed as her failure, her chaos, her inability to commit. Fair enough on its own. Except notice what that framing quietly does. It gives Arvin a clean excuse. He's not the guy who got close to his girlfriend's sister. He's the guy who got hurt and happened to land somewhere familiar. Notice the order that happens in, too. He doesn't take real time alone first. He goes straight from one sister to the other, and the show frames the speed of it as fate rather than something worth questioning. Wait. The story rewrites itself, so the messy part becomes entirely Hayley's fault, and Arvin walks away looking blameless. Now here's the part that actually reframes the whole plotline. This was never really a story about one man's romantic mix-up. It's a story about which sister's feelings the show considers worth protecting. Alex gets a soulmate. Alex gets the ending critics called earned and unexpected. Hayley gets erased from her own relationship's aftermath. Quietly, so the finale can feel tidy for someone else. That's not bad luck. That's the same instinct this show has shown before, letting Hayley's romantic life exist mainly as material for somebody else's story. Go looking online, and you'll find a lot of fans landed on the same discomfort without needing a video essay to point it out. The general reaction, across plenty of fan discussions, isn't confusion. It's a specific kind of ick. The sense that something about this pairing got waved through a little too easily. That reaction matters, because it means the audience noticed the thing the show itself never addressed. If viewers can feel the tension without a single line of dialogue confirming it, That tension was never accidental. Think about how strange that silence actually is for this specific show. Modern Family loves confrontation. It gives entire episodes to arguments over a parking spot, a Thanksgiving dish, who said what at a birthday party. Somehow the one situation actually worth a real conversation between two sisters gets skipped completely. That's not a show running out of material. That's a show deciding on purpose that this particular discomfort wasn't worth writing. So maybe the internet's harshest read is the fair one after all. Rushed, careless, a little too comfortable with recycling a man between two sisters without ever addressing it directly. That's an easy conclusion to land on. Except there's a version of this that's actually worse than careless. What if it wasn't rushed at all? What if the show simply assumed nobody would ask Hayley how she felt? Because the show itself never treated her feelings as something requiring a real answer. Wait. Careless writing forgets to check in. This wasn't forgetting. This was a pattern, showing up one more time in a new outfit. Now look at the finale itself with all of this sitting there. Alex and Arvin off to a new country together. Roll credits. Critics mostly praised it as unpredictable and sweet at first glance. That tracks, except unpredictable isn't the same as earned, and sweet isn't the same as clean. The show gets to have its fairy tale ending for the daughter it always took seriously. It just needed the other daughter to quietly disappear from her own story first. So back to that classroom and the crush Alex never acted on. Back to the sister who noticed the tension before anyone else would admit it was there. The creepiest part was never really Arvin dating two sisters. People's lives overlap in messy ways sometimes, and that alone isn't unforgivable. The creepy part is how easily the show decided that was fine, without ever letting the sister who got hurt say a single word about it. That's the part Modern Family tried to normalize, not the overlap itself. The silence it expected everyone to accept around it. Think about what that silence actually trains an audience to do. It teaches you to enjoy a tidy ending and skip past the person who quietly paid for it. Once you notice that pattern here, it's hard not to notice it in every other corner of this family too. I'd love to know if you noticed this the first time you watched it, or only once someone pointed it out. And if you like pulling apart the endings this show wants you to feel good about, subscribe because there's more waiting here.